On the LMA list, you are number 46 out of the longest serving managers, and you've only been here 13 months. I mean, that is a staggering stat, isn't it?
It is. It's a bit of a precarious occupation, if you like. I'm very privileged to be a Football League manager, one of only 92 in the country. Lots of people want to be managers. There's lots of out-of-work managers. It is, and I've just been listening to it on the radio. I've been stuck in traffic listening to, my LMA chief executive Richard Bevan talking about lifespans of a manager and needing time. And he's right. Is it ever going to happen? I don't know. The owners, chairman of clubs who set unrealistic targets, who feel a little bit of pressure from fans and supporters groups and whatever else, they've always got that. They're never going to change it where you can take that right to change their manager away from them. They're never going to change that. So it's the world we're in, and you just got to get on with it. It's a great job. Like I said, I'm very privileged, and I really enjoy it. And just that one day you're going to get. They say you're going to get the sack one day, so I'm sure it'll happen. Let's try and keep it off as long as I can. I just really enjoy what I'm doing. I want to be as good as I can possibly be, and I know you're going to have ups and downs as well.
When you were coming to the end of your playing days, was there ever any thought of leaving football completely and doing something else?
No. Well, you always think about what you're going to do next, and I had one or two ideas, but ideally I wanted to stay in football. I was given a great opportunity by Cots, and I think I've given it a good shot so far. So hopefully I can stay in it for as long as I possibly can and be as good as I possibly can, and let's just see where it goes. It's not something that I think about on a regular basis. When I see all these managers go, sometimes you think, well, I've got a good board, a good chairman who are realistic, who give you what they can. We're not kidding ourselves, but we still want to be as successful as we can be. And I've known in the past where people have done really well and then it hasn't worked. The next season, when they've done wonders to do one job in particular, and they've got the bullet, and that happens. And it's just something you can't worry about and think about all the time. Otherwise, you either wouldn't come into the job or you'd just be a nervous wreck. And I'm not that. I'm a realist. It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it.
Do you take work home with you?
Where's home? Yeah, absolutely. I don't do anything but, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you asked my wife that. Yeah, of course I do. I'm constantly on the phone, constantly looking at DVDs, looking at stats, looking at all different things. And sometimes I can do it while I can multitask as well. I can watch the TV and talk and look on the computer or do something, or I'm going out to games all the time. It's a 24/7 job, and everyone in the business knows that.
And to that end, then, do your wife and family understand that sometimes you might get the call to go and do a job at the other end of the country, and they have to go with you?
Cross that bridge when it comes to it. I've been fairly fortunate in types where I've been. Burnley was slightly different, but I was only first team coach up there under Steve, and it didn't require me moving up in routes and moving. I was fortunate I knew the area. I could sort of stay up a couple of times a week, and but I think if you manage it, I heard a couple of chairmen talking about it yesterday. Particularly the Peterborough chairman talking about managers. He had managers who didn't live in the area, and that's what he requires. It is a job you need to be pretty handy for where you work. For me, some move without their families, some move take the families with them, and you just know that's part of football, and you just have to, like I say, get on with it. I'm fortunate. I'm sort of 30 miles up the road. It's nice enough that I don't take the brunt of the flack. I'm not in and around the town when things aren't particularly good, and it's a nice little release for me just to go up the road and either listen to the radio or make more phone calls. You know, it works for me at the moment, and you know, I'm really enjoying it here.
And just lastly on this, 16 months is the average time span for a manager in League Two, and it's about as long before they get another job. I mean,
yeah, 18 months is the time you're supposed to be out, and they talk about 50% of first-time managers not getting another job once they. I've seen the stats, I've seen the documents sent from the LMA and stuff, and it's scary. People want to, you know, so many people want to be managers, and there's so many, you know, older managers as well. I'm privileged to be in the job I am, and I just want to be as good as I can be, and all you want is time, opportunity, luck, and you need a bit of everything, and you need to work hard, and so far we're doing okay, and you know, I just want to continue doing what I'm doing.
Leave it there on that, and we'll go on to the other stuff. Stanley away, well, I don't know whether you would say it was the best performance of the season. It was certainly one of them, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, it was one of our better away ones in particular. And saying that, I know John and Jimmy Bell and what Accrington are about. I've known John for a long time. He'll be doubly determined to come and put a wrong right, in his opinion. You know, he was disappointed with his team. I was delighted with the way mine performed, and didn't let them. They're a good footballing team. We had them watched again at the weekend, and they were excellent against Bury. It's going to be a tough game, but you know, we're going to try and get back to doing what we do best, and you know, we played really well up there, and hopefully we can do the same on Saturday.
John made his name as a forward at Morecambe, didn't he? So does that reflect the way he tries to get his team to play? He
plays good football. I mean, at the minute he's playing one up front with a 5-man midfield that can do what they like. They've got, you know, freedom to go and express themselves, and that was very much in evidence with the report I got back from George from last weekend. They've got 5 midfield players who pass and move and play and run everywhere. So, you know, my team will know what they're about come Saturday, but we've got to get back to what we're doing best, and that's working hard and again playing with freedom, and we'll try and work on a few things today and tomorrow, and make sure that we're back up to speed to where we want to be.
You've gone, right, we're at the halfway point now in terms of games. Are you still trying to take matches in small groups or even individually still?
Individually for me, you know, we haven't really set targets for a block of games here, there and everywhere. I think we're about right at the moment, and I just want us to kick on now. I really think that opportunities are there to go and grasp. No one's really pulling clear, no one's really making spots their own, and I just want the boys to, one game at a time, just to grab the bull by the horns and really go for it, and you know, that's going to be my message for the coming weeks. You know, we've got Accrington, then we're going away at Port Vale, then we're Lincoln, and then we're Oxford. 4 really tough games, but everyone's as tough as each other, isn't it? You know, you're not going to pinpoint games where you think, right, we can get a win there and we'll take a point there. We've got to go out to win every game, and we'll certainly be trying our best on Saturday. You
hinted that Josh Sloan might be around for this weekend, but actually in the wide areas your players have done well for you, so Josh may not come straight back in.
Yeah, he might not. I might not play with wide players on Saturday. I'm going to have a think what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's good to have Josh back. I wasn't in training on Tuesday. I was at games. Neil said and Wes said that he trained very well, and as did a number of players. You know, either trying again or trying to make sure that they stay in. So we've got competition for places. We know that, and we're still trying to improve and trying to make sure that we keep momentum going forward.
We've got a very busy schedule with particularly middle of February to middle of March. The chairman said yesterday there was room for one more loan signing.
Is that?
Potentially.
Tremendous.
That's what
Tremendous.
he says.
That'll do for me then.
So in terms of when you might want to have somebody...
Chairman, yeah.
In terms of when you might want somebody, I mean, do you want somebody now? Or do
I'm waiting on that. I have got a call in at the moment for a player, yeah. Probably before the chairman said that to you, so I'm glad he said it now. Yeah, I'm waiting for an answer today. I should get something, whether it's for the weekend, I don't know. It's a player who can a bit of pace and can play out wide, which is what I've been saying that is the one thing that I'd just like to add to what we've already got.
Do you think? Thank you.
Mark, going back to life as a manager, it can be a very stressful job and it takes over your life. Why do you think so many people want to do it, and why were you so determined to go into it after you finished playing?
Football's a really good. It's great to get paid to do something that you really enjoy. First and foremost, as a player, I love playing, and then you want to stay involved. You don't want to. It's a good life. It can be rewarding. It can be stressful. Of course, it can. That's why I've got grey hair and looking dishevelled, and I look at myself sometimes on DVD on these camera things, and wow, that's not the best. I thought I was quite a good looking lad a few years ago. I'm obviously not now, and that's it's just something I want to do. It's something I know. It's something I think I know what I'm talking about. So you try and do what your interests are and what you think you're good at. So that's the reason behind that, and I really enjoy it. It can be stressful, but it can be so rewarding as well.
Yeah, I mean, League Two managers, you virtually have to do everything that the
Yeah,
club
you
don't
do.
you? Whereas
Yeah.
Premier League managers probably can leave a lot to other people.
It's interesting. I've got a guy called Alan Rapley doing a bit of work with me through the LMA at the moment. I'm on a management course at Warwick University and Warwick Business School, and through the LMA. And Alan does some mentoring and stuff like that. And he's an Olympic swimmer. He swam for us, and he's just doing a bit with me and Neil and my backroom staff, just to make sure that we can be as good as we possibly can be, and we get our messages come across properly to the players, and what we're trying to say to them is taken on board, and just little bits that I'm trying to improve on, and that's what I want to be. Like I say, I want to be as good as I can be. And what was the question you were asking me, John? So when I started rambling,
it was about League Two managers doing everything, whereas Premier League managers have got a huge team.
I had a meeting with Alan the other day, regarding my philosophy and what I wanted to do and what my role is and how I wanted to come across to people and stuff like that. And at this level, you do anything to. Well, particularly me, I do anything to make my players as happy is the wrong word, but to make them feel wanted, to make them feel good about themselves, to make them feel confident, to give them the freedom to go and express themselves. If it means I'll do something stupid in training for it, I'll do it. Or if jobs need doing, I'm not afraid to muck in. The higher up you go, the more managers. The higher up you get, the more managers some managers take a back seat and have other people doing that. We've got a good backroom staff here. I'm really delighted with what I've got. Neil's there, and probably the one I would change if I had a chance, but that's a joke. I'm delighted with everything. From the whole setup's decent. I think we've got the right numbers for what we work with on a daily basis, and I'm delighted with that. Happy with the way my team are progressing, and hopefully we can just keep getting better and go from there, really.
Yeah, the chairman said there might be enough scope for another player. He's also said that the half-year financial results are going to be very positive. I think you've only been able to work within what they've given you, but do you think you can take some credit for that because you have put together a squad on such limited funds?
No, I don't want any credit for that. I don't want any. All I'm concerned about is my team, and making sure that we take the opportunity that we've got now, that we've put ourselves in, and really kick on. I really believe we can do it. I really believe we can be one of the ones in and around. I don't want them to be complacent. I don't want them to fall away. That's why I'm adding one or two players just to give everybody a boost, give everybody a lift. And it's good that the club's getting back to a sound financial footing. It's good that hopefully we haven't got debts are the wrong word. Hopefully they're coming down, and hopefully things are, like I say, they're getting back to on an even keel, and then we can forward. And that doesn't mean that we're going to go and spend money next year or the year after. It just means we can start planning for a brighter future, and the board and the chairman have got to take a lot of credit for that. They're the ones who've I've had to work on a budget, if you like, but But if that's for the good of the club and we can still produce a decent team, then even better.
Yeah, I could put wide names to you all day, but can I just ask you about one that the fans have been talking about, Martin Devaney? He's been at Walsall and he's going to be on decent money at the moment. But is it possible?
No.
Right. Okay. Cheers.
I've spoke to Martin as a friend. Nothing to do, and he won't be coming here. No.
Right. Okay. Cheers, Mark.